guys, welcome to the start of a new vlog. This week's one is, it's exciting. I was really reluctant to sharing about this on social media and do I just I don't know, soft launch it, I suppose you could say. But I was like, you know what, who cares? People are gonna see it anyway. If this is going to help anyone, then I may as well. So basically, I've decided that I'm going to be getting a breast augmentation and my surgery is in 2 days. And yeah, I'm just so excited for it. I'm a bit nervous, but I just know that I'm going to be so happy once it's done. So I'm just going to go get my tripod because my arm's already getting sore talking about this, but I'm just going to give a little bit of a brief kind of overview in terms of why I've decided to go through with it, as well as the consultation process that I've had so far. Okay, that's much better. Now my arm is not getting sore. But basically the reason why I've decided to go ahead with getting a breast augmentation, I suppose personally for me, I've never been someone that's been blessed with big boobs or just decent sized boobs, I suppose you could say. I've always been quite flat chested. I think growing up during swimming and things like that, I've just always been quite muscular in that area and just not had a lot of volume, I suppose is the best way to put it. It's something that I've been self-conscious about, but not I never hated it, but I was always oh, clothes would just look so much nicer on me if I had some boobs. And so yeah, that's kind of where it all originated, I suppose. Obviously growing up, I, went on the pill, when I was 18, I was going out a lot, I was drinking a lot, I was a much bigger size back then. So I started getting a bit of boobs and stuff then. But then when I went through my kind of fitness journey over the last couple of years, I've lost it all again, and yeah, she's flat as a tack. So basically before Brad and I got married, I'd say probably obviously we got married in September, and probably to be honest, it's honestly been something I've always really wanted. I just was a bit too scared to actually commit and go through with it, because obviously it's a big expense, but you're also putting your body under so much stress. And I suppose timing as well, you have to obviously take time off to recover. So it's something that I've always wanted, but I was considering getting it done before the wedding because I was it would just look so nice in photos once I have it done. But when I had my dress fittings, that was obviously all done to when I haven't had my boobs done, so it was a little bit too late. Also, when you do get it done, you have to spend basically 3 months recovering in terms of not much gym. And for me, I go to the gym 5 or 6 times a week, so the thought of not getting to exercise for 3 months prior to the wedding, I was I've lived my whole life without boobs, I can survive a few months without them. So that's why I decided to not go through with it prior to the wedding. Obviously we're also paying for a wedding, so that was a huge expense in itself. So I just kind of decided to leave it on the back burner and just see how I go. But then when Brad and I were on our honeymoon, I was sort of talking to a few friends that had also gone to other consults or had their boobs done, and just chatting with them. And then I was just I think I want to go through with it. And I think the biggest thing for me is Brad was you've wanted them for so long. This isn't just a spur at the moment kind of idea. You've always wanted them, just commit to it. And I think in my head, I was always maybe I'll do it around Christmas time, because for my job, marketing teams are usually closed over the 2 weeks. So it's perfect time for me to kind of just sit, recover, and not feel like I'm missing out on any work. So that's why I decided that I'm going to get them done in 2 days. In terms of the process so far, I've decided to go through with Dr. David Ong, who he has his own clinic in Sydney, but he does operate out of a Gold Coast hospital. And it's through Mixed, which I believe is they manage all different surgeons. There was a few in Brisbane, a few Gold Coast, Sydney, wherever. I just like Dr. David Ong's work the most. There was a Brisbane surgeon, but I just felt his work was more for older women, and I couldn't really envision myself if that makes sense. So, and I also had a friend of mine that went through Dr. David Ong and through Minxed, and she just raves about it, said she had the best experience, as well as I really like the look of her breast augmentation. So that's kind of why I was like, I feel more confident going through this place. And then there was also a few other girls that I was in group chats with and things like that have gone through Minxed and have just raved about how, you know, attentive they are. They also like call you leading up to it, things like that. So that's kind of like why I was like steering towards this surgeon. I did have a consult booked with another surgeon based in Brisbane. I didn't end up going through with it because the more research I did, the more I found out that he's actually in the middle of a legal battle. Two sides to every story, but I did not want to run that risk. So yeah, so that's who we're going with for the surgery on Thursday. In terms of sizing, everything like that. So we're tossing up between a 375cc or 400cc. I think we've decided with the 375 because based off like my measurements and things like that, that's what seems to work best. 400, I run the risk of like an extra fold underneath the breast. So I think the 375 would be better. Personally, for me, I want a natural look. I want it to look really natural, but I also don't want to go too small where it's kind of like, why bother spending all that money if you can't notice anything? So I really wanted something that was kind of like in between. In terms of the size and things like that, I'm going with a round implant. I was tossing up with the teardrop, but which the teardrop can look more normal, more natural. So the fluid sits more at the bottom of the implant. I decided to not go through with teardrop because it can sag more over time. Also, I feel like the fact that I'm quite lean, I worry that if I got a teardrop one, it would look a bit more unnatural on me because it's kind of like there's like a fat pocket down the bottom, but then everything else is like, I'm not saying that I'm like super lean or anything like that, but I just feel like a round would suit my body frame more. In terms of profile, I've decided to go with a high profile. So there's ultra high, high, and then mid. So I've gone with a high profile. Main reason is like I say to everyone, but the main reason why I want my boobs done is that when I wear a singlet, I just want everything to sit nice. Like I want to be able to not wear a bra and go to the shops and not feel like I look like a boy. So that's always a good start. So that's why we've gone with the high profile. So not ultra high, but just high. And then the biggest thing is I've gone with dual plane, which means that it's going half under the muscle, half on top of the muscle. So if you imagine your muscle, this is how the surgeon described it to me through our consultation. They basically slice, sounds awful, but they slice half the top of your muscle and they basically feed the implant kind of like underneath your muscle. And so it kind of sits in and out like this. So if you imagine if you've got a round implant that sits like this, if it goes underneath the muscle, it's going to soften that roundness and give it a more natural look, which is what I wanted because I didn't want it to just be like two implants just bolted on top. So yeah, so it's going to go like kind of like that, if that makes sense, as opposed to that. The recovery time for that is longer than if you were to go on top, but it does give a more natural look. So I was happy to go through with that. In terms of pricing and things like that, I think Minxed is actually probably one of the best. I want to say all up, including my consultation, the breast augmentation itself, and then I've paid for a 12-month warranty. It's all up like about $9,000. Which is actually pretty good. I think it like really depends. Like obviously I recommend that you see which surgeons you really like the look of and chat to a few before you go ahead with your decision. So far I've been really happy with everything, but yeah, I thought pricing wise that was pretty good. In terms of recovery, they said it does need like at least a week of basically being bedridden, like you just don't do much. You can go for light walks to help with the swelling and things like that. So I'm very fortunate that I have my mum and my husband that are going to help look after me over the next week. And yeah, I hate to just sit and do nothing. So I've left like all my laptop heavy work to do during that week just to keep myself sane, I suppose. I've also bought myself a big Kmart kind of pillow because you do have to sleep upright for a week. I'm not looking forward to the sleep because I'm actually a tummy sleeper, so rip me. Then you also need these post-op bras. So anyone that you've spoken to that's had a breast augmentation done, you basically need to wear these bras 24/7 for 6 weeks to keep the implants in their place whilst it forms a fat pocket around the implant to keep it sturdy. So literally just got these from Kmart, only $20 for the two. They're pretty fugly, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, everyone's like, you basically wear baggy t-shirts for like 6 weeks, but I'm like, I really just want to buy like some thick strap singlets because like I want to show them off, you know? So anyways, that's that. You can't have alcohol for 48 hours. I basically had no alcohol for like a week and a half just because like I want to just make sure I'm feeling my best. There's a few supplements, things like that. You can't have any ibuprofen because it's a blood thinner. But yeah, I think that's like mainly it in terms of prep. So I go down to the Gold Coast tomorrow night. Mum's gonna come pick me up. We're gonna have some dinner here, then head down so we can miss all the traffic. I'm going to stay at my auntie's place. And then yeah, go into admission 7 a.m. Thursday morning. I have to fast from midnight till admission time, no water, no food. And then yeah, the surgery itself goes for about 90 minutes and then they give you some food and then you head home. And then the next day I go in and see the surgeon at like 12 just to check with all the stitching. Oh, actually, I don't even know if it's with the surgeon. It might even be with the nurse. I don't know. Yeah, and then Brad's going to kind of do the switch over. He's going to come pick me up Friday and take me to the appointment because he's got his Christmas party tomorrow. So Mum's on duty for me after the surgery. I cannot believe I head down the coast in literally a few hours for my surgery. This is wild. This is wild. I don't know why, but I've been absolutely ravenous today with food, like just so hungry. Literally just like, I don't know, I feel like it might be that my period's coming back and I'm just like starving, but yeah, man, have I been putting it away today. But yeah, I'm just about to pack to head down the coast. I'm just trying to think of like everything I need, but I honestly don't think it's going to take me long to pack because I'm just going to be like, it's not like I'm going anywhere. Like I just need to be comfy really. So it's just more so making sure I've got like all my Medicare cards, my post-op bra, the pillows, comfy clothes, toiletries, things like that. I mean, it is only 2 nights. Yeah, and then I need to go to Chemist Warehouse on the way down and pick up some probiotics because obviously I'm taking antibiotics and there's a certain one that I get that's good for the downstairs area for the girls when you're taking antibiotics. So I need to go pick up some of that maybe on the way when I go get GYG for dinner. Hot girl dinner. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to pack. I feel like I've already shown majority of my stuff that I am packing. Okay, we got it packed. It wasn't until like popping my pillows out that like I just got like butterflies in my stomach. Like, oh my God, like she's about to have surgery soon. That's so scary. I cannot with how pale I look right now. But I have just pulled out to GYG to get some dinner. But I just wanted to quickly say, if any of you girls get issues with antibiotics with the downstairs area, you have to take probiotics with any antibiotic. And a pharmacist told me this, and I never knew this before, that you actually have to take 2 probiotics for every antibiotic 2 hours after you take the antibiotic. Otherwise, the antibiotic essentially cancels it out. So that's a hot tip if you ever get any issues down there when it comes to antibiotics. It's the Life Space Microflora ones to get. They're definitely so worth it. Side note, this is my moisturizer. Every makeup artist uses this as like a moisturizer or a primer. I just use it as a moisturizer for morning or like nighttime, and I feel like it just makes my skin look so glowy. So that is definitely the best. Both are just from Chemist Warehouse. Good morning. It is the morning of. It really like doesn't feel real knowing that like in a few hours time I'll be coming back with like tatas. But mum has braided my hair this morning. My skin is terrible at the moment. I like don't really know what from, but I feel like it could be my period coming. But I'm feeling excited, a bit nervous, but mainly excited. It's just so hard to know like how I'm gonna feel. Like, am I gonna be really nauseous after? Am I gonna want to eat? Am I gonna want to like just vomit everything up? Like, I really don't know. It's been really hard not having any water this morning. I can see like my water bottle there. I'm like, I want you so badly right now. This is so crazy. I can't believe I'm ready to go. So they've just measured everything out, and then these are for the GA so they can monitor my brain. Got the cannula thing in. Exciting times. Hey guys. She's got boobies now. It is 2 p.m. Surgery went well, seemed like went well. Then after I woke up, they gave me some apple juice and some food and I fainted. I think it was from the apple juice because I have naturally quite a low heart rate. That coldness of it. Apparently I just like ate a cracker and then I was out. So they were a bit scared. So I was there till about midday. And then mum took me home and I was feeling really nauseous and just like very... Sorry, I'm just updating my YouTube thing. You're allowed to come in if you want. Mum saved the day. So yeah, I was feeling quite nauseous and stuff, but once I got home I literally just slept for like, how long was I asleep for? Like an hour?
Yeah.
I feel so much better after a sleep. And then mum got me a big donut, so that was good. So now I'm just gonna keep resting in bed, reply back to a few more messages, and then yeah, hopefully I'm feeling up to some more food. I can't really see what they're looking like right now. Like, I can look down a little bit, but I feel like just lifting my arms is a bit of a mission at the moment. So hopefully in the next few days I can see a little bit more. Good morning, guys. I've actually seen better days. It literally hurts just lifting my arm up right now. It is officially the next day. Feeling pretty good. I got Patadine for it last night, which is just like a stronger dosage of Panadol, and that has made a huge difference. Like, just normal Panadol, it wasn't like in pain, I just felt very tender, whereas like the Patadine for it seems to be subsiding a lot more of like that tender feeling, but it does make you really drowsy, so it didn't knock me out, which is kind of good because I had a good sleep last night. But yeah, in terms of everything else, it's like, it's all been manageable. It's just not comfortable, obviously. It's just like a constant pain or tenderness, if that makes sense. I think because they, I got dual plane, so they like slice the top of my muscle, just so it looks more natural, and that's where I feel the most sore, is like my muscle feels really, really sore. So I think if you did implants, like if you just went on top of the muscle, not under, I honestly think it wouldn't be too bad. I just feel like my chest just was really heavy. I haven't felt too much tightness at the moment, which is good. More so like in my sternum area. It's kind of like, you can kind of see from this angle that like she's definitely got knockers there, but like when I look down, it doesn't actually look terribly big. But it's really hard to tell with this bra on. Hey guys, bit of an update. It is Friday afternoon, so just over 24 hours post-op. I'm in a lot of pain at the moment. We're just like, Brad picked me up, went to go see the nurse just to check everything, and I had just paracetamol because there's like a higher dosage one that I had last night, this morning. They've been great. Like, I felt pretty good. Then I was like, okay, I'll go back to paracetamol because it makes you like really druggy, like just groggy and gross. I was like, I'll go back to paracetamol during the day and go back to like the high dosage tonight so I have a good sleep. Anyway, bad decision because the paracetamol just was not enough. Like on the car ride home, I started feeling like just really, really tender and nauseous because of like the pain. And then I think I was just getting really overwhelmed because it just like, the pain was honestly just like, oh, I can't even describe it. Like it just, it feels like your skin's just about to like break open. Like it just feels so tight and heavy. And like, I think the scarier part is like, if you get anxious about it, the harder it becomes to breathe, and you're already struggling to breathe. So I had a bit of a cry because I think I was just overwhelmed. But I'm home now. I feel so bloated, like I feel so uncomfortable. But the nurse said this is all very normal, and hopefully over the next few days I should feel a lot better. But wow, she looks rough. She looks rough. We are day 2 post-op. I'm not in terrible pain, but boy am I swollen and bloated like everywhere. I'm currently like in a bra and undies, so I'm not going to show you, but literally everywhere I'm just so bloated and swollen. I think from like the medication, and like even my face just looks swollen. Like I just look terrible. But it's not, I haven't been in excruciating pain or anything like that. Actually, that just hurt, like having my arm up for too long then. But yeah, I definitely say the swelling and the bloatedness has been like the worst part of today. Brad's just gone to go get me a bigger size bra, because they did say to size up, which is what I thought I was doing, because you can get an 8 to 10, 10 to 12, and you know, upwards. Like that's the surgery bra here. But when I went to the nurse on, you can just like tell I get out of breath so easily. When I went to the nurse the day after the surgery, she was like, because I'm starting to get like indents mainly on my back from the bra, she's like, you need to go up a size so it can drain properly, like your lymphatic drainage. And even just thinking about it makes me feel queasy, but like underneath my kind of like at the top of my ribs, I can feel fluid being stuck there, and I feel like that's from the bra being too tight and also just sitting upwards. So bra's gonna go get me a bigger bra, and then I've gone for a walk this morning, which is meant to be good, just to go light walking every day, just get some movement. I just can't believe how swollen I look. Like it's actually crazy, like, and it's like everywhere. Like my face is swollen, my like tummy is so swollen, my legs are swollen, like my butt's swollen, like just everything just feels like it's gone into like overdrive of just fluid. Like I just can't even move my face. Like I just feel like it looks so much bigger than what it usually does. So yeah, that hasn't been the best part. But like, just like, I just can't believe how like huge I look. Like I can't even describe it. Like I just look so, like I've gained like 20 kilos, I swear. But yeah, hopefully over the next few days, she said in 3 weeks time, the fluid in like my sternum and stuff should like be flushing out. So I'll start to see a bit more like definition of the actual implant and things like that. So just trying to trust the process at the moment. But yeah, just really trying to take it easy today. Good morning, guys. Officially day 3. Oh, she's still so swollen. Like I can't deal with how, hold on, let me just pop these meds down. Like this is very swollen. My back is swollen and sore from just like sleeping on my back like upright, and like, yeah, holy crap, I'm gonna be keen when this part's over. Pain wise, not too bad. I did have a bit of a minty bee last night. I think it's just very, like, they say it's really normal that like day 3 your hormones are kind of going crazy and just like you start to get very overwhelmed, which is definitely how I was feeling. I think just because you're taking like medication almost every few hours, and it's like the medication makes you drowsy and tired and like icky and gross, but at the same time, if you don't take it, then you're sore. So it's just like, I don't know, like you kind of forget what it feels like to like feel normal in a way. And you just feel like, I think I just hate not feeling like independent. Like I need like Brad or mum to like help me just get up to go to the toilet, and like my hair looks fucked. Like I just, like you just can't do those little things like shower yourself and things like that. Day 4, officially day 4 post surgery. In terms of an update of how she's feeling, the girls, they're feeling not too tender, which is good. I've basically stopped taking Panadol now. I was on Panadine 4, which is just like a high dosage one, but then kind of like, was it yesterday I was like, I feel like I can kind of wean back on that because it can make you really constipated and stuff, and obviously like the less painkillers you have, the better for you naturally. So went back to Panadol, and then yeah, basically from today, like this morning, I was like, I actually think I can stop taking Panadol now. So that's really good that it's only like day 4 and I'm not really in any pain. Still on my antibiotics and anti-inflammatory. Tomorrow is my last day of taking them, thank God, because I am just so fucking sick of like feeling, sorry, I'm just trying to pause this YouTube video. I just feel really sick in the tummy from just having so many medications all at once. I actually think that I've gotten a tummy bug. Unfortunately, Brad was sick like a few days ago with a really bad tummy bug and just like bad cramps, things like that. And I wasn't sure if like, I think mine's a bit of a mix of medication from like bloating and constipation, and then also having a tummy bug. So today it's just been like a bit crazy. I won't go into too much detail, but let's just say like the toilet's been my best friend this today. So yeah, not feeling like amazing in that sense, but in terms of like the boobs, I feel pretty fine. My back is sore just from like laying down all the time and only being able to lay on my back. Like it is so tight. Like I've had to get Brad to like really massage in there. So I think like once I have a bit more movement and things like that, hopefully that will start to loosen up. Actually, day 5 post-op, I can't with how terrible I look at the moment. It's so hard because I literally have to get Brad to like brush my hair and tie it up, and bless him, this is the best we got for today. But unfortunately last night was not good. I got a really bad tummy bug. Brad had one like a few days ago, and I think I caught it, and yeah, it was just, yesterday was like awful. Like just in the afternoon, like just when I thought I was getting better in terms of pain and things like that, like my tummy was like so uncomfortable, and I was like, I think it's just all the meds, like that's pretty normal. And then literally from about like lunchtime onwards, I just like lost my appetite. I was just like constantly going to the toilet, and yeah, then it was like, I want to say like just before dinner, I like got the sweats, shivering, like temperature, felt really like ill, like I was either gonna vomit or I was gonna like have to go to the toilet, and yeah, it was not pleasant. And then all I wanted to do was lay down, but then my back was so sore from like just only being able to sleep on my back and like just being in bed all day, like the last few days. So I was not in a good state yesterday. And just like no energy and stuff. But I had some more Panadol last night just to help with like the temperatures and stuff, and that really helped. I managed to fall asleep, but I just like woke up in like a pool of sweat. Like I honestly felt disgusting. I still feel pretty like just gross now. Like my skin feels gross. Like I just like look terrible, but it's fine. These things happen. So yeah, so I had my friend coming over today to help me bake some Christmas cookies for my clients, and like we're gonna go to Botanica, which is like a place nearby that does salads, and we're gonna do that. But I was like to her, look, I'm feeling a lot better today, but I did have a bug, so if you prefer to reschedule, totally understand. So she's now gonna come Thursday instead, because yeah, I hate when like people being sick and they don't tell me, and then like you end up catching the sickness. So at least then it's like, it's up to you. Hopefully I'm fine, but I don't know. So anyway, today's plan is really just to keep resting. I'm going to migrate out of the bedroom onto the couch now. I've got like a bit of work and stuff to do. I still don't really have an appetite. Like I didn't really eat any dinner last night. Like Brad made like a salmon like poke bowl thing, and I literally have like 5 mouthfuls, and I was like, no, I feel full. I don't feel hungry at all, which is very unlike me. So yeah, but I know it's super important to still eat and like fuel myself, because that's why you feel so run down stuff. So I'm just gonna make myself some breakfast. I don't really know what I feel like. And then yeah, I feel so bad for Brad because he's just having to cook and clean literally everything. And he's still working, so it's like, yeah, I'm like, you're literally looking after a child right now. So I was like, if you want something easy tonight, I'm happy we can just pick up something. So literally my favorite breakfast ever, English bacon and egg McMuff. Like nothing hits different. Okay, little update. Went to the doctor, temperature was fine, blood pressure and stuff was all fine. Turns out I have a gastro bug, so that's amazing. Never want to have a gastro post surgery recovery op, so it makes a lot of sense why I've been feeling so average. Cutest thing, my friend Shan was meant to come over today to help me bake cookies for my clients, but I just said, like, obviously I wasn't feeling 100%, like, do you have another day this week that you're free to do it? And she just messaged me saying she's on her way over to drop over some soup and bread and stuff. So that's so kind. Honestly, how did I get so lucky to have friends like this? So I'm literally just rotting on the couch watching the new season of the Kardashians, and then I literally just gonna do this for the rest of today, and hopefully tomorrow the bug is basically gone. Day 6 of post-op. She's looking a lot more alive today. I still feel like not 100% with the tummy bug, but it's basically finished now. But yeah, definitely more energy and stuff today, which is amazing because I just hated feeling like I've been bedridden. But I finally got a singlet on, and this is currently what the girls are looking like. I'm so happy that this sizing still seems to work. I feel like it's going to be a bit hit and miss, but I just kind of wanted to show you how big I went. Don't mind the state of the room, but this is them from the side, so it's just so weird seeing that this is what I look like from the side now. Hello my loves, it is officially 1 week of the girls. 1 week. Happy birthday, girls. I feel so much more put together today because I've put some makeup on. This is going to be a wrap of my vlog for my augmentation surgery. In terms of like a final update, 1 week post-op, how I'm feeling. My back is fucked. My back is so sore. I think because I'm slowly laying like flat now at night. Like you have to sleep on your back for like 6 weeks until you can sleep on your side. But like laying flat is like almost more painful than laying a bit upright, I think, because like the implants start to go like a bit out to the side as opposed to like just sitting right on top, if that makes sense. So like I feel like that side of the muscles like hasn't been worked as much, so it's just getting a little bit more sore, especially getting up to go to the toilet and stuff. So yeah, so that's been really painful. And I went to the gym this morning, just like did the Stairmaster, did a bit of a walk, and then tried to just do some squats and stuff because like I'm hating not moving my body, I'm not gonna lie. But I just went on the roller for a bit to try and like crack my back. Like I just feel like I need it just like cracked in half. But obviously I can't do that because that would probably require me sleeping on my tummy, and I can't do that. And I honestly feel like if I did, if you like push down, I honestly think it would pop. I definitely think I underestimated the recovery, I'm not gonna lie. So if you are thinking about getting a breast augmentation done, like I know it's gonna all be worth it, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't like the worst thing in the world, and I think everyone is case by case situation. Like I know I've had some friends that have said like theirs is like literally been fine, and then others have been like the recovery was awful. So I think it really depends obviously on like you yourself in terms of like how much breast you already have there, how big you go with the implants, and just like how you adapt with like changing your body and medications and things like that. I would say the pain like has been pretty minimal for me. Like it hasn't been painful, it's just like uncomfortable is probably the best way to describe it. It's more the stomach, like the bloating from the medication that I was hating, that made me feel like the worst. And it's hard to tell if that was from the medication or from my gastro bug. So I feel like I'm probably not the best person to give a distinct answer on that. But in terms of like everything else, it's also the back that's really pissing me off. Like I just feel like I can't really get comfortable anywhere. And I think because I am someone that likes to like go out and do stuff, like having a sore back is like really frustrating me. But the more movement is obviously better for it. Recommendations for like post recovery, I would definitely recommend like getting some good pillows, like to try and help your back as much as possible. And definitely just having good support network to help you. Like I know that they kind of say you can do some things on your own, like basically after 48 hours, but I'm not gonna lie, I would have really struggled doing it on my own in terms of like showering myself and just like getting myself up to go to the loo. Like you're literally like when you're laying like this, it's like painful to get up. Like now I'm pretty good, I still get a bit of pain, but it's, yeah, like there's just so many little things that you really do need people there with you for at least, I would say 3 to 4 days, like by your side. We'll obviously all settle down over the next 3 months. I've definitely noticed that I've started to get more like cleavage because the fluid in like my sternum area is like slowly going away, so you can kind of see the rounding a bit more, which they said like 3 weeks to like see that a little bit more, and then 3 months for everything to fully sit. It's just like your skin feels so tight. But yeah, that's kind of a wrap really. In terms of just like upcoming vlogs, obviously Christmas is next week, so that's really exciting. So I'll try and vlog of it in terms of just Christmas prep, and yeah, Christmas shopping and all the little fun festivities like baking and things like that. Hopefully I'll keep updating you guys over like just the duration of the next few months in terms of like how I'm going post-op and how everything's looking and feeling from the surgery. But I hope this vlog, if anything, was helpful if you're considering going through breast augmentation. That's mainly why I created this vlog, because I just think like being able to see someone's like journey from like start to like a week vlogging every day is like, I know I couldn't really find anything online about that, and I get it's such like a personal thing, but I just think like, I don't like, I'm going to post on social media anyway that like there's going to be photos of like where you're going to see it, and it's going to be pretty obvious. So I'm like, I may as well talk about it. And if anything, if it's going to help you make a decision if it's right or wrong for you, then great, that's the whole point. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, my loves. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you soon.